All right, it started. So, good afternoon, Arshi. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am, and I'm doing great. Thank you for asking me. How are you doing?
I'm also good, fit and fine. So, what
Right.
about you? Where are you calling me from?
Yeah, I'm calling from UP, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, I'm also from Uttar Pradesh. So, would you
Oh.
mind to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, definitely. First of all, I would like to say that thank you for giving me this opportunity because I have seen some season of you. So I have been thinking to connect you very long time, but I think I'm not getting enough time. So that's why I was unable to connect with you. But finally today I got this opportunity. So I am really delighted for this session. So yeah, if okay, let me introduce myself. So as you already know, my name is Arshi, and I hail from UP, Uttar Pradesh, Bijnor district. And yeah, and if I talk about my qualification, so I have done my master in chemistry, and simultaneously I did B.Ed. So after completing my study, I was working as a chemistry teacher. But unfortunately, last year I have left my job due to some issues. But this year, I'm looking for a job, for a better job. And also, as I mentioned that I'm not working this year, so I have plenty of time. So I thought, I just want to utilize my time. So I thought, let's learn this language, be good in this language, because I love this language since childhood, and I wanted to become a fluent speaker. So that's why I thought to learn this language. So this year I'm learning this language also. Along with that, I'm learning a digital skill. That if I will not get a job in teaching field, so I would like to explore other field as well. I think also I'm running the YouTube channel which I have recently started. So I think I am occupied with many things. So yeah, that's how, and that's all from my side.
Oh wow, Arshi, you have a lot on your plate, and
Yes, I
as you
hear a
told
lot.
me that you are also trying your hands in digital marketing or something like that very near. So that's good because we all must have a backup plan. Right.
Yes,
If something doesn't work according to our plan or what we have thought already, so at least we have the second plan, B plan, on which we can work. So I
yes.
am Ritu Pathak Ashi. I'm calling you from Agra, Uttar
Uh,
Pradesh. Yes.
okay.
Okay. And I am an English teacher, mentor, communicator. And English is very close to my heart. Since my childhood, I already dreamt of becoming an English teacher. So here I am. Right? It
Mhm.
was only my one and only dream. So I'm very
You have,
happy with whatever I'm doing.
yeah. And I would say that you have accomplished your goal. Now you are a fluent speaker in this language. I also want to achieve, I also want to accomplish this goal very soon.
We have to be very much sure about what we want to do, because sometimes it
Yes.
happens that we start our journey or we
Mm,
embark on a new journey with full thrill and enthusiasm, but
yes.
yeah, in that process we lose track, maybe because of different situations or problems or struggles. But at the end of the scene, I would like to add on that we should never forget to achieve
Yes.
the target, to achieve the
Yes.
dream. Because
Definitely.
actually, yes, whatever dream we have in our life,
Yeah.
it makes us happy, right?
Yes. After achieving.
To yes, to lead this life, we must have an inspiration. We must
Mhm.
have a reward waiting for us so that we can feel that kind of thrill, excitement, and fun in our life. Right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for
Right.
that, we must always strategize our plan. We should not come up randomly. And when we
Mhm.
don't strategize and when we don't have any plan, that is the cause of problems. Like
Yes.
if we start learning this language, we must know what is the right tool to work with.
Yes. Yes,
right?
yes.
We all know
Yes.
that English works with four tools at the same time:
Yes.
reading, writing, speaking, and listening. But
Yeah.
the real problem arises when we don't know what to listen to, what to read, what to speak, how to speak, and what to write.
Where to
So,
start?
where to start from? So,
Yeah.
for that, you can start by changing your mindset. The first startup is to change your mindset. By
Yeah.
changing your mindset, I mean only that you must have a positive mindset, a very strong mindset. And you
Mm.
must always be ready to accept your mistakes, the struggles, the hindrances that you will come across in the
Mm.
process of learning,
Mm.
because everything is not a piece of cake.
Yes. Yes,
And then,
right.
yes, and then it comes to the standard. Standard, by standard, I mean to say that just summarize the whole process. Try to think that, are you a beginner or an intermediary or you are an advanced learner? If
Yes.
you are a beginner, then I would suggest, then don't try to copy an intermediary level speaker, because it
Yeah.
will not help you. To be
Yeah. Of
very, very,
course.
yes, this
Mhm.
is a sure shot technique. It will never help you. When you are a
Yeah.
beginner, you have to work on simple sentences, small talks, and even words. And how
Yeah.
to start? By just start thinking in English. The
English.
problem arises when
Mm.
we start translating from our native language to English, right?
English.
Now, how to think in English? This is a very simple formula. You start with
Yeah.
words first. Words means to say, when you enter into the kitchen, start picking up the masala, spices, which we say, and try to think in English. Like, we
Yes.
have so many spices in our kitchen, and
Mm.
it is just like to teach a student. Imagine
Mm.
as if you are teaching a student of class 1. Well, how would you
Mm.
start? You would start telling him the words
Yeah.
in English. This is an
In the word.
apple. This is
Yes.
an apple. This is
Yes.
a carrot. This is a
Mm.
radish. This is
Yeah.
an elephant. So
Mm.
start like that. When we start from the scratch, then everything is clear and fresh in our mind.
Yeah.
Slowly and gradually, you can work according to the complexity of the process. Once
Mm.
you have a kind of clear thinking, a clear thought that, okay, now I'm ready to jump to the next step, then only take the next step. So, what my
Yeah.
point is, yeah, don't follow blindly. You
Don't
follow
follow
others,
blind.
but don't follow
Yeah.
blindly. If,
Blindly.
in
Understand
this,
your level.
understand your level is the
Mm.
first thing. Second,
Mm.
stop translating.
Yeah, stop translating. Yes, yes,
Okay.
that is the main thing. Many of us we do the same thing. We translate all the time. You know what? Now I have heard, if I have heard something, some sentence, so I will try to translate, and
Hmm.
this thing doesn't work. This
Yes.
technique doesn't work, and it is kind of hindrance for learning this language.
Huh, because you're always confused. You take
Yeah.
time. Your mind will take time to
Mm.
translate from a native language to non-native language. Now, native languages, our native language, both of us native language is Hindi. But
Hindi.
English is a non-native language for us. So you see,
Yes.
if we take time, if we waste our time, then initially we are wasting our time, we are not investing. So,
Yeah.
how to think in English is the major question. That, okay,
Yeah.
everybody tells us that you have to think in English. You have to think in English, you have to immerse yourself in English, you have to surround yourself in English. But nobody talks about the techniques that we
What
should follow.
to do? What to
Yes, so I
do?
tell you, yes, so I'm here to help you. What to do is
Yeah, yeah,
start picking up small words in English, vocabulary:
yeah,
apple,
yeah,
custard apple, right?
yeah.
Banana, peach,
Mhm.
cherry, cumin seeds. Whatever you look at, just start from translating, or just pick the normal word in English, right?
Yeah,
Now
you're
you
right.
know that Hindi may we say aloo, but in English may we say potato,
But
right? We know.
Yeah.
So after understanding the English words, which is very easy and we all know, it is not a rocket science. Then you
Yes.
start, yeah, you start with making small sentences.
That
Like
is
it
right
is,
strategy.
yeah. Now what most of the people they say it is 6 o'clock or it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Now in the morning is redundant. That means it's not needed. When we have
Yeah.
said it's 6 a.m., then a.m. stands in itself for the morning, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
start with making small sentences. Small
Yeah.
sentences, small structures. I am a beautiful woman. I am full of confidence. I
Mm.
am wearing a white kurta. My favorite color is black. My
Yeah.
room is very untidy. Let me clean it. Let me mop the floor. See, so now what happens? Your mind is coming into the scene. That
Yeah.
means your mind is actually transmitting the messages that now everything you have to think or talk is or
In
must be
English.
in English. So
English.
now you're not wasting your time in translating from your native language to
Yeah.
English. One thing
English.
is done. Second important thing is how to think in English is immerse yourself in English.
Immense. Yes.
You listen to English music, listen to audiobooks, listen
Yeah.
to music or listen to English songs, but make sure that everything should be in English because it is a part of your learning process.
And also it everything should be according your level.
Yes.
I-
You
You
first
yeah, yeah.
accept that you are a beginner and then
Yes.
search. It is now, see, everything is very easy nowadays.
Yes.
Everything is very easy. You
Just
just
click
have
a
to,
button. We can get
yes,
everything, just click a button.
yes.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything is one click away. So you
Yeah.
just have to type English and speaking classes for beginners. They will give you a lot of videos. Now you
Yeah.
select, this is your role, this is
Level.
your choice, that what are you
Yeah.
picking. So pick wisely. Now what happens nowadays, everybody is in the jumping in the bandwagon. Like he has bought that book, I must also buy that book.
Yeah.
Always choose the
It
books
happens.
wisely. Yes,
Yeah. Many times. It happens many times.
it happens. So choose the books wisely.
Wisely.
Choose the books according to your standard. And I would rather suggest instead of picking complex books, go for grader books. That means first grade book or second grade book or children's stories book.
Yeah.
Because
That
they,
really
yes,
helps.
yes,
Yeah.
they are meant for little children, for the young learners. And
Yeah.
at this moment, our mind is also a young learner, right?
Yeah.
We are a young learner. Doesn't mean that in age I'm not talking. I'm talking about in experience. We don't know much
Yeah.
about this language, so treat yourself as a young learner,
Young man.
as a very young person who needs to learn this language, and we need to work a lot. So from the
Yeah.
day when you have to change your mindset from negative to positive, that now I have to brace this, I have to be ready to work hard. And many people they come up with excuses. We don't have so much time, and they just come up with a lot of excuses. Then stop learning. It's better.
Then yeah. In the between, in the middle, they left this
Yes.
journey.
Yeah, they gave up. So
Yeah.
if you are a person of that category who is in a habit of procrastinating, of giving up, of surrendering, it's better not to learn this language then. I would rather
Mm.
suggest, because I'm not very rude, but I have seen many people who have started learning this process with a, I mean, who have a great start to learn this process, but in the mid, I don't know what happens. Maybe, see, there are some exception situations also, family
Yeah.
situations, our personal issues, or
Yeah.
some kind of, traveling issues are also there, some family
Mm.
problems. That is understandable. But every time you can't come up with those lame excuses that we don't
Lame
have.
excuses. Yeah. No, in 24 hours, at least you have to take out 15 minutes for yourself. Just in the beginning, just try to take out 15 minutes. And then according your schedule, according your routine, you can increase your time little by little.
Yes, exactly. But what happens? We abate. the period of time, and then we come up with that we can't learn this language because we don't understand how much time are you investing. Ask yourself,
Yes.
right? When
Uh,
you have time to scroll through the videos, when you have time to check each and every notifications on your phone, don't you have 15 minutes to take
yeah,
out
of
from your busy
course.
day, right?
Mm. The
So
peop
how do you learn this language? What strategies are you following?
Okay, so to be honest, when I started my journey last year, I have started my journey last year. So that time I was focusing too much on listening skill, and I focused a lot on listening skill. I think, if I'm not wrong, 6 months I have spent. 6 months I have spent on my listening skill, and then after that I realized that now I am able to understand things. Now I am able to understand sentence. Now I am able to understand whatever they are whatever they are speaking. And then I thought it's time to speak. And then after 6 months I was searching a platform where I could practice. So then suddenly application came in front of my eye. That application is as fluency, and I took subscriptions from that application, and I started to talk on audio call. And I have, yeah, and still I'm talking on audio call as well. And I also talk on video call, but I have been talking on audio call for last more than 4 months. So I would say that whatever I'm speaking today in just a 4 month, it is all about a 4 month. Yeah.
Very nice, well done. And I think
Yeah.
you are still working on that
Yeah,
deliberately,
I still work, and I
diligently.
still I try to immerse myself in around English, in English environment. I am still I listen a lot. I am reading, but hardly I write. I don't write because really daunting task. It seems to be daunting task because it is really consuming time, that you
Yeah.
have to sit on a particular place, and then you have to think. You have to choose topic, and then you will start to write. So sometimes it seems to be difficult for me, and also it's very challenging for me, but I am trying to inculcate this habit as well, because we all know that there are four aspects of learning this language, and we should work each and every one.
Hmm.
So, and but I'm reading, I am listening, and I'm speaking, and very soon I'm gonna to work upon on writing skill as well.
Very nice. But if you don't find any topic to write, then you can only write about the activities that you have been involved in the whole day. You don't need
Mm.
any topic. You can write
Yes,
about the routine, about your routine, or about any member in your family, or about any object. See, the main target is to start writing. That is the
yeah,
most important thing. We are not
yes,
professional writers. We are
yes,
not
yes.
the
You're
storytellers. We
right.
are not the story writers. We are not the
Yeah,
content writers. We are very simple person.
but
Average, below
eh,
average, I would say. So you can start with describing an object. What you
what
can,
happened?
yes,
Yeah, picking up a pen and notebook is difficult. If once I
oh,
have picked up, so then I can write. But this
yeah,
is picking up is really
okay.
difficult for me. So
So
that's why I
okay,
am
so
procrastinating a
again,
lot.
no, no, there is a very easy trick which I can tell you. You
Mm-hmm.
make a
Sure.
promise to yourself that before picking up my smartphone, I should pick a
Yeah.
pencil and notebook.
Yeah.
Only
Not
after that, smartphone should be my second priority. My first priority is a pen and a
pen
notebook.
and
So this
notebook.
promise you have to make. I've already told you, warned you that we need a very strong mindset when
Hmm.
we are in the process of learning.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
can start that.
Yeah, we should a strong desire for learning this language. So I will do the same things before picking up my phone. I will try to pick a pen and notebook, that I at least I can journal 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
it would be, yeah, it will help for learning this language.
And do you love to read?
Mhm.
Okay. So what kind of books do you read?
I know I firstly, initially when I started to read, I was confused that which kind of genre I like, what is my interest in those book. So then I try to find interest in inspirations book and motivational book.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah,
They have very intense language and very philosophical.
yes, and also I read stories book as well, because story books are really fascinating for me. It's really captivating, so I always try to read a story in a day.
Yes, reading a storybook can be an enthralling experience. At the same time, they are very bright and colorful. So
Yes.
they can also make your mindset colorful and bright. When you are happy, then it's very easy for us to pick things very easily.
Ye-
And yes, we become more active as compared to before. So, which is your favorite book as far as motivational? You told me something like that you love
yeah.
to read books on self talk or self awareness. So, who is your famous writer or a speaker?
And now I would say, if I will talk about my favorite writer, so I am reading Sudha Murthy ma'am book.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, nice.
yeah,
Yeah, the books that she writes are in very, very simple language. The
yeah,
structures
very,
are very
very
simple and we can
amazing.
understand exactly. And
Yeah,
amazing with a
amazing.
very, with a punk and what do you say, fun loving books.
The
And
fun
also
life.
at the end of the day, we can learn something from those
And
stories.
after reading book, we feel delighted, we feel happy, we feel complete, we feel
Yes,
something, we feel connection. Lots of things we feel after
yes, that
after
is
reading
my
those books.
point. Exactly. That is
Yeah,
my point that when we read, we should feel thrilled and happy because
yeah,
storytelling is a language of emotion, is a language
emotion,
of bond and connection. If you
connection.
feel connected with the story, it will help you to uh, be creative. Whenever you have to retell that story, then you will find yourself very, very creative, and it will
Yeah,
help you in memory retention as well. So you
yeah,
will become a fluent speaker in no time if you are in a habit of reading. But
yeah,
sometimes also read actively. Like actively means to say speak a bit loudly when you
yeah,
read a
yeah.
story.
I also.
Imagine as if somebody is standing in front of you, a child is there, visualize if a person
Yeah,
is there and you are telling that story to him or her.
story.
Or
Yeah,
imagine as if you are a teacher and your students are in front of you and you are telling that story to them. So,
to them.
initially, what are you doing? You are doing two tasks at the same time. You are not only reading, but you are
You're
speaking it.
listening.
So, it will
Yeah.
be a win win situation for you. So
Yes,
try these sure shot techniques and they will definitely help you in the long run.
yes, and thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me wonderful advice and tips that it can enhance my communication skill as well as my fluency. And I'm really happy with conversation with you. After
Thank you
conversation,
likewise. Likewise, Arshi, and I'm looking forward to connecting you for the second time very soon.
yeah,
Thank
very soon. And I would say it is really fruitful and constructive conversation with you. And I'm really ecstatic after converse with you.
Same
Yeah,
here. Same here. So bye bye,
yeah.
Arshi. Take
Bye
Chali.
bye.
Bye bye,
Goodbye.
Arshi. Take
Take care,
care.
ma'am. Bye
Take care.
bye.
Have a nice
Yeah,
time. Bye bye.
yeah, sure.